Companies can use multiple visa types to transfer employees to the US. Some are based on treaties between the United States and those foreign countries, such as an E2 and an E1. Others are the L1A and the L1B, which is technically called the transferee visa, but that, of course, requires employees to work within the foreign entity for at least 1 year. And then there are also other visa types that one can directly employ someone within the United States, which is, let's say, the H-1B. There are other types of work employment visas. Those are based on nationalities, so Australians can use some, Chileans can use other ones, but for the majority of people, it's going to be the E2, E1, L1, and if you are really extraordinary, the O1 visa. So they both need to provide information, right? So the employee provides a lot of information about their biological passport information, where they live, where they potentially could be living in the United States, what their position is, and then the employer as well provides information about just that person, what position they've been in, and also the company information. So the company structure, organizational charts, so we have a lot of HR records, and then also sometimes the US tax and the foreign entities taxes to show that all companies are up and running. Yes. Companies can extend their employees' stays. Of course, some visas are timed out after 6 to 7 years. Others are extended as long as the national or the foreign national will be returning home. The main hurdles on the application process are really going to be dealing with the company and their internal documents. So a lot of companies don't want to share their US taxes or their foreign entities taxes. They don't want to share their private, confidential, potentially even reports within the companies. And so those are sometimes where HR and their teams are really needed in this to work within the company to get those documents, because that normally sometimes creates just extensions in the timelines to get people over there. So some of the first points in moving a US project based to the US is going to be, does one even have a corporate structure in the United States? Do you have an entity, subsidiary, affiliate, a branch office? Once that is set up and you know you have really an entity to send people to, then you need to, of course, review tax, you need to review visa and immigration timelines, because depending on the visa, it could take 6 months, it could take 9 months, it could take 1 year. And so understanding projects, really timelines, deadlines is going to be important for this entire project.